Hi everyone, today I'm at Corinthians in Quezon City. Let me move the camera around so you can see exactly where we are. Now the reason why I chose this location is that there's a smart cell phone tower and a Globe cell phone tower really nearby it. So that means we can do a speed test of smart versus Globe. Now this is actually one of the worst places to be right now because right here is an intersection with signal lights or traffic lights, and nobody's watching the traffic lights. So every time it goes from red to green, people go crazy honking because it takes everyone like 3 or 5 seconds to actually get moving. The other problem is that people seem to have a challenge here where they think to themselves, how loud can I make my exhaust, whether it's motorbikes or cars. So even when they're doing just like 10 or 20 kilometers per hour, it sounds like an aeroplane trying to take off. And quite honestly, it's driving me a little bit insane because I've seen like a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, BMWs all go along here, and none of them are as loud as like these Toyota Vioses with these modified exhausts or these crappy little scooters. So why do they have to be so loud? It's like, I don't get it. I really don't understand it. So sorry, I've gone a little bit off topic here. So anyway, behind me is Camp Aguinaldo, and inside there is a smart cell phone tower. And then across from me is like a church building or something like that. And there is a Globe tower over there, a Globe cell tower. So this is the perfect location for testing. And to give you an idea of the network quality, have a look at this. Now, I'm not that impressed with those numbers, to be honest, considering how close we are to a cell tower. Not very impressed with that at all, but let's do a speed test. Sorry, we had a slight interruption there. Let me do the speed test again. So this is Globe LTE. And that's pretty much what I expect. Oh my goodness, people on the roads here are just... Okay, so we've got around 5.5 meg down, which isn't amazing, but pretty typical for Globe. Let's see how the upload is. So 5.5 down and 1 up. That's really not very good. Sorry, the camera was struggling a little bit to focus there. Let's turn off our data, turn it back on again and see if we get a better connection. Okay, here we go. I've reconnected. Let's do another speed test. Oh, seems to have gotten even worse. This is the thing with Globe. In some areas, it's insanely fast. Very few areas, by the way. But on the whole, like the average place around Metro Manila, the speed is just not impressive at all. Like 3.3 meg down. And there's a tower just over there, like literally just over there. And half a meg up. Anyway, let's try another speed test. Maybe we just got unlucky that time. No, I mean, it's pretty much the same. It's pretty poor. Okay, let's swap to Smart and try that. So we're now on Smart LTE and their tower is just behind me. And for anyone curious about the network quality, now, we might find it's actually better if I cross the road because right now I'm so close to the tower and there's a wall here. So we will do another test from across the road. But for now, let's try and do a speed test on Smart LTE. So the ping time isn't amazing, but look at that download. It's much better than Globe. Still not amazing because, you know, I normally get about 20 with Smart, but it's pretty good, 15 down. Let's see what the upload is like. Sorry, my camera's really struggling to focus for some reason. Okay, so it's 71 millisecond ping, around 15 down and 18 up. That's pretty impressive. Let's do one more just to make sure it wasn't just like a fluke. So the ping is pretty much the same. The download is maybe a little bit better. Let's see how this ends. So we got 17 down and 17 up. That's really pretty impressive. Okay, let's try cross the street over there and then do the test again and see if it's any better. Okay, so I've just crossed the street. You can see the tower over there. You can see how close I was. I was literally like sitting right under it. Now I felt some rain coming down already, so we're gonna have to make this really quick. So what network are we on right now? Let's check. So we're on Smart LTE right now. That is their tower just over there. Let's do a speed test. So honestly, you cannot get closer to a tower than this. Now, something that I want to mention is it's not just about how close you are to the tower or the technology being used, because somebody commented in my LTE Advanced video saying, oh, that's not LTE Advanced because the speed's too slow. It's not just about the technology that's in action, it's also about the internet connection, like the backbone that's powering the cell tower. So, you know, for all you know, there could be a DSL connection connected to this cell tower instead of, say, a fiber connection. So just because it's got the latest LTE plus, seems to be some kind of convoy. Let's see what's going on. Looks like they're escorting some private vehicles, although you don't know who's inside them. Anyway, as I was saying, just because the cell tower is using LTE Advanced, you don't know what the backbone is going there. You don't know how many users are connected. So you can't assume what technology is being used just based on the speed. So anyway, we got 9 down and around 15 up. And I'm going to do the test one more time just to make sure. So we got a ping time of 71 milliseconds, a download of just under 16, and an upload of just under 18. So pretty respectable speeds. Let's go to Globe and try the test. So we're now on Globe, and it's actually connected to LTE Plus. So they really do have good coverage around here for LTE Plus. Anyway, let's try and do the speed test. We might find that we get much better speeds now that we're on the Plus, or LTE Advanced as it's also known. If you don't know what LTE Advanced is, check the video description down below. I'll leave a link to my other video about that. Wow, look at the huge difference that's made now that it's managed to latch onto LTE Advanced. 24 meg down, nearly 25. And let's see what our upload is like. Okay, upload isn't so impressive. Oh, just under 4 meg. But imagine the huge difference that's made. We've literally just crossed this road. We were over there, like, what's that, 20, 30 meters away. We've just crossed the road, and because it's managed to latch onto 4G Plus or LTE Plus, we've managed to get big improvements. So let's try that speed test again. Wow, look at those speeds, huge improvement. The upload isn't quite as impressive because in another location we saw a much better upload, but still pretty good. So what did we get? We got 34 meg down, or nearly 35, and just under 6 up. That's pretty impressive. Now, of course, the thing is, a lot of people don't have a LTE Advanced capable handset because there's only like a handful of phones that support it. So if you're still on the old regular LTE, you might end up seeing like much worse speeds like what we saw across the road. But yeah, I just figured that since there's literally a cell tower there for Smart, and then like somewhere behind me in this compound is the one for Globe, it makes sense to make this video. I was actually just passing through and then I saw it and I was like, oh, let me stop here, and then I checked Open Signal and verified that yes, this is a Smart tower over there and a Globe tower behind me. And I'm sorry about the rant earlier. I've been having so many like technical problems with my stuff here. My microphone has a problem where it often can't read memory cards, and what happens is that you start recording and you don't find out until the end that actually it didn't record anything. And then my small camera has the exact same problem. I've even swapped the memory cards. It doesn't seem to be the memory card, it seems to be the camera. It's a Canon G7X. So again, I shoot a video, everything looks okay. I might shoot like 5 minutes of footage, and then when I stop recording, it says card error, and nothing was recorded. And then this camera that I'm shooting on right now, the display, the screen keeps like changing weird colors, green and everything like that. The external display and the built-in display, it has like an eyepiece display. So both of those have that problem. One of the buttons fell off this morning. So all of my equipment is really starting to like show its age. I need a new camera, I need new memory cards, and I need a new microphone, but it's so expensive. So I'm just trying to put up with the stress of like having to reshoot stuff, having to constantly check that it's actually working. It is a little bit stressful, and it's so annoying with these. Like, I still stand by what I said about the cars and the motorbikes with the loud exhausts. There's no reason for your car to sound like a jet aeroplane when you're only going 20 kilometers an hour. Anyway, that was just a very quick test of Smart versus Globe. On the whole, in my experience, Smart is much faster on average around Metro Manila, but they're not as reliable as Globe. Especially lately, I have to keep like turning my data off and on just to get connected. I think they just have too many people using it because they give you more data for your money and their speed is much faster. So a lot of people want to use Smart. So I think if Smart don't fix that, they're gonna actually fall behind again, and Globe's gonna like take the lead, especially since Globe is already like rolling out LTE Advanced in so many locations. Apparently Smarts have it as well, but Smart won't talk to me anymore, so I can't find out what locations actually have it. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching.